Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, what is it?
Do you remember the conversation that we had yesterday?
Well, of course, about proving Dorian murdered your father. I also remember telling you to think twice about this before you open the can of peas.
Yep. I did that. I thought twice. In fact, I've thought about nothing else since then. Even dreamt about it. Had a nightmare.
What was it?
You were in it and Father.
Dorian?
Oh, yeah. Dorian was in it. Dorian was the star. It was mostly just a sort of jumble of feelings and thoughts. It's not really that important. What's important is that it set something off in me, Sloan. And I know now that I have to do this.
Prove Dorian did it.
Yes, I really don't think that I will be able to live with myself if I didn't see this through to the end. Do you understand?
This all sounds right. But when you get right down to it, aren't you playing Dorian's game? Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
This is not about revenge. This is about justice.
Now, isn't that what Dorian said when she went after me?
Oh, come on. This is slightly different. You wrote a very truthful book that she took as a personal attack on her because her whole life is about revenge. She always blames other people for her problems so that she never has to face the root cause, which is herself. Do you really believe I'm just being spiteful?
Of course not. But a person like Dorian...
Sloan, Dorian murdered my father. This is not some imagined slight, some wound to my ego. We're talking about a crime.
If true, I agree, but we're not sure.
Oh, of course we're sure. We only need the proof to make sure she pays.
No matter what the cost?
You know what the alternative is, don't you? We pretend we don't know the truth, and we continue to let her get away with it.
We've seen how dangerous she can be when her back is to the wall. All I had to do was imply that she was involved with your father's death, and what did she do? She practically destroyed me. She destroyed Cassie's baby in the process. What will she do when she finds out you're trying to gather hard evidence against her?
Fortunately, I know her pretty well, and I know how cruel and how destructive she can be. And I don't care. I am not going to let that stop me.
All because of a dream.
No, it wasn't just a dream. Sloan, it was more than a dream. It was almost like Hamlet's father coming back, crying out for justice. I know my father wasn't perfect, but he did not deserve to die at her hand. She took everything away from him. And if there is any justice left on this earth, she has to be punished. Now, I can do that. But I need your help. See, I think the problem is we didn't know what to look for. But if we go through all the research and all the background work that you did on my father's biography...
Do you have any idea how many boxes of notes I've accumulated over the last few years?
I can imagine. I'm also quite convinced that somewhere, in among all those notes, is the one piece of evidence that Dorian is so afraid of. The one thing that will prove that she murdered my father. And no matter how long it takes, I will find it. Good morning, Blair.
I told you yesterday I had nothing to say to you.
If you would just give us 15 minutes...
It's very, very important to Viki and to me.
Blair, why else would I be here in Miami, away from my family, this close to Christmas?
All right, right, Viki. I'll bite. Why are you here, and why would I care?
Only because it will give you the chance to finally stop the woman who caused your mother so much pain, who kept you away from your mother. Please listen to me, Blair, for Addie's sake. Do you have information that you could give us?
I believe I do, Viki.
Are you willing to share the information?
Of course I am, Viki. For a price. Thanks to Dorian, I can't even visit my own mother at St. Anne's Hospital. They won't even tell me how she's doing.
Well, that's ridiculous. Her own daughter?
Right. All right, Viki. Here's the deal. I'll tell you everything I know on one condition. A very simple one, actually. That you find out how my mother is doing and take her Christmas present from me.
Well, of course I'll do that for you, Blair. I'll do whatever I can to put you in touch with Addie again.
Thank you.
So will you tell us what you know?
Dorian and I spent an evening depleting her liquor cabinet, and I made sure that she did more damage than I did, and eventually she became very relaxed. And we started talking about Victor Lord, and she began to ramble on and on.
Did she talk about his death?
Yes. She came this close to saying that she deliberately killed him.
But did she make that statement?
Not that night.
You mean she did later on?
Yes, but not in her own words.
I mean, what does that mean, not in her own words?
Well, not on her own. She had a guilty conscience, and I used that against her. I, kind of tricked her into signing a murder confession.
A murder confession? How did you do that?
Well, it was pathetically easy, actually. I just slipped the confession in with her papers that she needed to sign, important papers, and she never even noticed.
So, of course, you used this confession to,
Blackmail Dorian into giving me the editorship of The Intruder. She was so freaked out that someone was going to see that little piece of paper.
But didn't she confront you with this? Didn't she deny it?
Oh, she did her usual huffing and puffing, you know, Dorian. But when she thought that I was going to show Cassie that piece of paper, she backed down so fast I knew that she was guilty, that she had done it. She had murdered Victor. Or why not just blow me off?
What happened to the signed confession?
I gave Dorian one copy when I left town.
Well, guaranteed she destroyed that.
well, there were copies, weren't there?
Just one more. My mother got a hold of it and hid it in our apartment, Cassie's loft, where we were staying at the time.
And where is it now?
I don't know. I never could find out where she hid it. It could possibly still be there.
You think Dorian found it?
Well, there's no way to tell for sure, but she always finds a way to cover up her tracks. And we all know she is capable of anything.
Did Dorian ever mention a nurse, Ethel Crawford?
Have you checked Dorian's bank records lately? Ethel Crawford was being paid to stay quiet. Quite handsome sums of money.
How would you know that?
Well, I used my position as Mrs. Asa Buchanan to make banking contacts to get Dorian's banking account records. There were biannual checks written over long periods of time to Ethel Crawford. Big checks.
Did you tell Dorian that you knew that?
Oh, of course I did. Funny thing, Crawford just ups and disappears.
Yeah, well, we found her. She lives in Charlottesville, Virginia. She's a very private person. See, I got the lead and tried to track her down when I was writing the book, with no luck. But yesterday we got lucky. Viki called her and reached her, but she wouldn't talk about Victor's death. She simply hung up on her.
Of course she did. Dorian has gotten to her again. If you two are really out to nail Dorian, you've got a tough job ahead of you. That woman has spent the last 18 years of her life covering her tracks, and she's good at it.
Don't I know it? But you see, Blair, this time I'm quite determined that she's not going to wriggle out of it. She has hurt far too many people. It's time she paid the price.
Hate you? Viki, I'm the last one to criticize you for wanting the truth.
Even if it means that your mother...
My mother made her choice 18 years ago, the night that your father died. And ever since then, there's been some sort of cover-up going on. I think it's time that all of us, not just you, but all of us learn the truth about what really happened.
How dare you talk to my daughter about the truth?
Oh, Dorian.
Viki, your precious truth is nothing more than a vindictive obsession with destroying me.
Mother?
Cassie, if Viki is so fond of the truth, why don't we just tell it like it is? Victoria Lord Buchanan hates me because I married her daddy, Victor Lord. Her jealousy, her twisted sense of daughterly love are the reasons that I am here in this courtroom today.
No, Dorian, you brought all this on yourself.
You need to believe that, don't you? I'm so sorry you're going to be disappointed. The judge just granted me bail.
Well, that's his decision.
Is it really? It seems to me that I shouldn't have had to pay any bail whatsoever if you hadn't bought off my lawyer.
Oh, I'm quite sure the judge was more than fair.
As fair as things get in this town when your name isn't Buchanan. Speaking of which, Beau's in there right now just pushing his weight around as the new police commissioner. Really, why don't you spare the county the expense of putting me on trial? Drag me off to the guillotine. Have done with it.
If you're finished, I will leave you to talk to your daughter. Bye, Cassie.
Bye, Viki.
Darling, all I'm asking is that you stand by me, that we show the world that we're united, a family.
Mother, I won't do that. See, my family's now with Andrew. And if I am ever going to have a life of my own, I have to protect myself from you, Mother. From your lies.
Cassie, you can't mean that.
I've never meant anything more in my entire life. My sanity is at stake. Goodbye, Mother. I'm sorry.
I hope you're happy.
Dorian, I take no pleasure in...
Oh, stop it! You love all of this, don't you? Of course. You got the house. You got the newspaper. You got the police department, and now you got my daughter. I promise you, Viki, you will never, ever have the satisfaction of seeing me convicted for murdering your father.
You think you won't be convicted? We'll see about that. The wheels of justice may turn slowly, Dorian, but eventually they do catch up.
Mrs. Lord, how does it feel to be charged with murder, Dorian? I am innocent, and I'm going to prove it. That's all I have to say.
Are you angry that the judge let her out on bail?
I am not her judge nor her jury. That is all I have to say.
But could you please just...
We just need to get some more information.
Well, what about Ethel Crawford's testimony? Ethel Crawford is a sad, sick woman.
How about Dorian Carpenter? How does she feel about this?
How dare you bring my daughter into this? And everybody, get out of my way. Oh, well, Elizabeth, thank goodness. How nice to see a friendly face.
Oh, poor Dorian. I feel so sorry. I mean, it's bad enough to kill a husband, but to get caught after 18 years, that really is bad luck.
Here's a statement for all of you. I did not kill Victor Lord. But leave it to a backstabbing gossip like you to convict me before I've been put on trial. Excuse me, Mrs. Lord. Please don't tell me it's the busy season. Nobody's busier than I am. Anywhere, as long as it's on the continent. Rome? Oh, yes, indeed. Rome is very good. How soon can I leave? Oh, that's marvelous. No, I can make it if I leave right away. Yes, fine. Cost? No, there's no object. Just make sure that you save that last seat on the plane for me. Oh, of course. My name. My name is, Blair Daimler. Arrivederci, Lambview.
Dorian, I was so glad. What's with the suitcase? And where do you think you were running off to?
Can't you tell that I'm desperate here? I really am. I mean, Viki has turned everybody in this town against me. She owns the newspaper. She owns the police department, the DA. She's even managed to buy herself Chet, my ever-faithful attorney.
But Dorian, you have not lost Cassie. Yet. Dorian, but if you skip town and you jump bail,
it's no use, Blair. You're wrong. I have lost Cassie. I've lost her. And this time, it may be forever.
Well, face it, Dorian. I'm all you got.
Oh, vice versa, dear. I am your ticket to the good life. You can't afford to let me go to prison.
All right. Well, then let's get down to business here. Cut to the chase. You need a lawyer, big time.
Right. A good lawyer. A very good lawyer, the best in the world. I'm going to call Chicago, ask Herb his advice.
Wait. Before you get all crazy here, and you need to keep your eye on the prize. You need someone who's going to restore your credibility in town.
Yes, so?
So no legal gunslinger from out of town. Someone from here. Someone with a pristine moral character, sterling reputation. Someone young, dynamic, imaginative. Hey, are you listening to me here?
Of course I am. And I know exactly who you mean. Hello, Nora. Is Bo in?
No, as a matter of fact, he's not. So
that's fine. I want to talk to you in private.
Me?
May I come in? I promise I won't bite, despite what you may have read about in the papers.
I wasn't really expecting company, so...
It's all right. I'm not going to stay long. Actually, I want to ask you a question, the most important question I've ever asked anyone.
Well, that's some question.
It's a legal one, which brings me to you. I'm about to offer you the case of a lifetime. I'm being charged with the murder of my late husband, Victor Lord. Or haven't you heard?
Oh, who hasn't? But that has nothing to do with me.
It has everything to do with you because you're going to be right in the middle of everything.
What do you mean?
I've decided to let you take the case. Nora Gannon, you're going to be my lawyer. This is going to be the biggest trial of the year, maybe the decade.
What happened to the century? Or has the Lindbergh kidnapping still got that top slot?
Kid all you like, Nora. But you know I'm offering you a golden opportunity.
Dorian, you should be your own attorney. My goodness, you've got the sales pitch down cold.
I want you.
What happened to Chet Sims? I thought he was representing you.
He was until recently.
There was a problem?
Yes. But let's not waste time talking about Chet. I'm here to talk about you.
I thought you were the star of the show, Dorian.
I know why you're being so chilly. You think that you weren't my first choice. Get that out of your mind, my dear. I was going to fire Chet anyway so that I could ask you to take on the case.
Well, you didn't have to take such drastic action.
Why not?
Because there's no way I'd accept your case. Ever.
When questioned following her release on bail, Ms. Lord vehemently denied the charges against her, calling them outrageous, vindictive lies.
Well, Viki,
Talk about brazen.
What do you expect Dorian to say to a reporter? That she's guilty as sin?
Well, that would be refreshing, though not very likely.
Patience, my dear. You will have your day in court.
Dorian, The Intruder covered Marty Saybrook's rape trial. I mean, you certainly read it. You certainly know that I caused a mistrial.
On purpose, some say.
Well, there may be some truth in that, but you know why? Because I found it very difficult. No, I found it impossible to vigorously and wholeheartedly defend someone whose innocence I questioned, let alone doubted.
So you're saying that you think I murdered Victor Lord, even though you haven't heard my side of the story. Nora, for God's sake, what happened to the rights of the accused? What happened to, better yet, innocent until proven guilty? For goodness sake, your respect for the law, for due process, should dictate that you at least listen to what I have to say.
No, Dorian, I will not listen to your story.
Why not?
Because that's all it is, a story.
In other words, you think I'm a liar even though you haven't given me the chance to say a word.
Look, the most important thing in my practice is the relationship I have with the client. It is based on trust. And to be perfectly blunt, I could never believe anything that you'd ever have to say.
You barely know me.
I represented Sloan Carpenter when Emily Haynes brought sexual harassment charges against him. That whole case was built on fantasy, not Emily's, yours. You were so bent on destroying Sloan. Cassie's life was shattered. Why? Because you kept lying. Dorian, there's nothing more to say. I have to take this phone call in private. I'm sure you can find your own way out. Hello? Oh, yes, Judge. I wasn't aware that it was being scheduled. What I suggest? All right. Yes.
Here you are. What's the big emergency here? I have just found, bar none, the most perfect lawyer in this town.
Well, that's great.
No, it isn't. It's a disaster.
Why?
It's Nora Gannon.
Oh.
She would rather contract bubonic plague than take my case.
Naturally.
But I have found the perfect way to make her take it.
So when did you speak with Nora Gannon? This morning?
No, yesterday.
Well, she certainly is good.
Oh, really? I mean, her reputation in Illinois, here in Landview, she's the best.
It's just too bad that she's engaged to Bo Buchanan.
Well, I didn't say she had the best taste in men. Anyway, while I was there, I glanced through some of her legal papers.
You looked through her papers?
Well, of course I did. They were lying out there in the open. She is presently engaged with one of those court-assigned pro bono cases that lawyers have to take.
Yeah, I know all about the pro bono cases, but Dorian, those are for people who can't afford an attorney. I don't think that you qualify here.
Claire, darling, you know what your problem is? Sometimes you don't get the big picture because you're sweating the small stuff. Our mission,
If I choose to accept it.
is to match up my name with Nora's name the next time she's assigned a case.
Dorian, that is a 1 in a million shot.
Not with me, it isn't.
All right, well, how do you plan on pulling this one off?
That, my dear, darling, beautiful niece, that is where you come in.
Ow. Ouch. Oh, these earrings are they're just killing me.
Is that supposed to be a bribe?
I just want everyone here to get what they want. That's all.
president of Lantano Bank stopped by to see me. It seems that Dorian wants to transfer a few mil into some overseas accounts, and she wants all that done real fast.
You're kidding.
He got suspicious as soon as he heard that she was out on bail.
Well, you know what that means, don't you? She's going to skip bail and she's going to leave the country. She really will do anything to get away with murder.
Dorian Lord?
Yes, may I help you?
Yeah, you can come downtown with me. The district attorney wants to talk to you. Right now.
What's up?
Hey, Commissioner. Listen, I need you to come down to the courthouse.
Did the judge agree to a hearing?
Yep. And one of your officers found Dorian Lord. She's bringing her in as we speak.
We got her.
I mean, this is insane. First you have me summoned to your office in the middle of the night.
Dorian, it is not the middle of the night.
And now you want to drag me into some kind of hearing. I've cooperated with you, Hank, right from the beginning. I don't deserve to be treated with these Gestapo tactics, and I'm telling you, I won't stand for it.
Fine. There are chairs in there. If you won't stand, then sit.
Don't mock me. I'm not a criminal. I refuse to be treated like one.
Then stop acting like one, Dorian. Or come up with a better explanation for why you transferred one heck of a lot of money overseas.
I told you. I have my reasons. And none of them are any of your business.
Well, that answer's not good enough. And believe me, the judge is going to be even less understanding than I am.
I'll take my chances.
You do that, Dorian, because I've got a free cell over at County Jail, and I'm perfectly willing to have you sleep in it, starting tonight.
Oh, perfect. Yes, indeed. Here comes Queen Victoria to take her place in the peanut gallery.
Hello, Hank.
Hello, Viki.
Well, checking to see how your toadies are carrying out your orders.
Dorian, when will you learn that you are the one responsible for this mess that you are in?
Don't talk to me about responsibility when you have single-handedly orchestrated this entire charade.
That's enough, Dorian.
For goodness sakes, don't you have anything better to do than go scampering around town to witness the latest humiliating scene in my life?
I wouldn't miss a second of it.
You smug, self-important...
I said that's enough. Officer Minor, get her inside. Oh, and find Sergeant Stubbs. He's looking for you.
Yes, sir. Come on, you heard the man. Move it.
Don't you dare order me around. Don't even think about it.
Hey, I can make it nice with a little dignity, or I can make it ugly.
Your Honor, surely you cannot believe a word that Mr. Gannon has just said. The man is delusional. Now, I insist that you order him to release me immediately.
The only person doing any insisting around here is me, Miss Lord.
Don't you see, Your Honor, his charges are absolutely baseless. I did not intend to flee the country. I have a family, and I intend to clear my name if it's the last thing I do.
I'm very happy to hear that. Now, would you please sit down?
If there's anybody to blame here, it's Mr. Gannon himself. Really, I should sue him for harassment.
Your Honor, this behavior is typical of Miss Lord.
He is supposed to be serving the people, and the only person that he is serving is Victoria Buchanan.
Would you please sit down, Miss Lord? I will not tolerate this kind of behavior. Where is your lawyer?
Your Honor, I don't have one.
Excuse me?
I have tried and tried, but I cannot find anybody in this town willing to represent me. Which is not surprising, considering that the police, the DA's office, and the media are all owned by my accuser, Victoria Buchanan. They have all teamed up to declare me guilty. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I've given up all hope of finding somebody with enough integrity, ethics, decency to defend me. In fact, I've given up looking.
That's not a very wise decision for someone facing a murder charge.
I know that, but I am forced to go it alone and defend myself.
I am going to personally assign you a lawyer from the pro bono list, whoever is on duty next. But you, not the Commonwealth, will pay all legal fees.
Oh, that's outrageous.
Miss Mason, who are the next 3 local attorneys due for pro bono work?
That would be John Gibson, Christine Savory, and Nora Gannon.
Miss Mason, would you run those 3 names by me again, please?
Yes, Your Honor. John Gibson, Christine Savory, and Nora Gannon. I happen to know that John Gibson is unavailable.
What's his excuse?
A skiing accident, I believe. His secretary said he was laid up in a hospital in Colorado.
And you can cross off Miss Savory, too. She's off in Harrisburg arguing the DeSoto case. I guess that leaves Nora Gannon.
I object, Your Honor. Not Nora Gannon. Anyone but Nora Gannon.
Miss Lord.
Please, she has been worse than the press. I mean, I just saw her outside in the hallway now, nosing around.
Enough! One more word out of you and your bail will be revoked immediately without question. Miss Mason, go see if you can find Miss Gannon hanging around out there.
Excuse me, Miss Gannon?
Yes.
Judge Fitzwater would like to see you inside.
Me? I'll be right back. Judge Fitzwater, you wanted to see me?
Meet your new client, Dorian Lord.
What?
You heard me. Since you can't find a lawyer, I am assigning her one from the pro bono list. However, she will assume all financial responsibility.
I can't, Your Honor, I can't.
You can and you will. Miss Mason, make a notation that Nora Gannon will be the defense attorney in the Commonwealth versus Dorian Lord for the murder of Victor Lord.
No, I won't do it. There's absolutely no way.
Miss Gannon, you will come to my chambers right this second.
You're all terribly satisfied.
What happened?
Viki, you really must have pulled in an awful lot of favors.
What are you talking about?
First, you get the district attorney to believe your lies and press charges against me. Then you get your brother-in-law to arrest me. And now his girlfriend is being appointed as my attorney?
What?
Don't worry, Viki. Nora will never do it.
You hear me, and you hear me well. You will represent Dorian Lord, and you will defend her zealously, thoroughly, and to the best of your ability as stipulated by the Code of Legal Ethics. You remember, guilty or not guilty, a defendant is entitled to a good defense. And mark my words, counselor, if we find ourselves in these chambers yet again because of some courtroom stunt of yours, I promise you, I will see to it that you are disbarred this time.
And if I never enter the courtroom? If I still refuse to take the client?
It'll all be the same. You will never practice law in this or any other jurisdiction again. The choice is yours, counselor.
How did it go?
Terrific. If you're a Judge Fitzwater fan.
Did she threaten you with disbarment again?
Yeah, she kind of likes playing that card with me, doesn't she?
Oh, great. You're stuck defending Dorian.
I did my best to duck it. I gave her 2 good solid reasons why I should be excused. 1, because of my relationship with all of you. It's probably a conflict of interest. And 2, I think my client might be a murderer.
Well, didn't the judge take that into account?
No, she's completely unmovable. It's like trying to pull a tree stump up with nail clippers.
Well, we all know why.
Yeah, I know. Fitzy's still smoldering about the mistrial I caused at last year's spring fling trial. You know, I don't think she's ever going to forget that.
But, I mean, this is outrageous. Can she really have you disbarred for refusing?
Well, with the title judge in front of her and the American flag behind her, Barbara Fitzwater is the law.
So you're powerless?
Well, I didn't say that. I meant I could disobey her.
What? Look, Nora, we're not talking about a little smack on the back of the hand here. You're messing with disbarment. Are you really ready to face never practicing law again?
Nora, the hearing is about to resume. Since you are my attorney, I think we'd better sit down and discuss my case. It does pay to prepare.
All rise. The Court of Common Pleas of the City of Llanview, Lantano County, is now hearing recommendations for bail in the matter of the Commonwealth versus Dorian Lord. The Honorable Barbara Fitzwater presiding.
Please be seated. Court is now in session. It's late. Let's get right to the matter at hand. Counsel, are you prepared to offer argument in reference to increasing Miss Lord's bail? Miss Gannon, are you or are you not ready to represent the client assigned you by this court? We are waiting, Miss Gannon.
Your Honor, I have only one thing to say in reference to my client, and that is to increase her bail would be both unfair and unnecessary. Miss Lord's no threat to leave Llanview.
What makes you so sure?
She has been a long-standing member of the community. She has family here. She has business commitments here, and my client's depressed, to use her own words.
Explain.
Your Honor, this woman has been so upset by the charges brought against her, she couldn't even find the strength to get her own attorney. I mean, it's inconceivable that a woman who is that demoralized could muster up the energy to take such a drastic and demanding step as fleeing the country.
Mm-hmm. What you say makes sense.
Yes.
Bail will not be revoked, but I am going to increase bail by $10,000. Call it a warning for your client to consider her actions more carefully pending the commencement of this trial. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
You were marvelous.
Careful, Dorian. Your depression's cracking.
Oh, it's just I'm really so relieved. I have the $10,000 with me, which means I won't have to go to jail. I was really worried about that.
Aren't you worried about spending the rest of your life in prison?
Not with you as my attorney. Now then, I'm going to call Chet and have him send my files to your office first thing in the morning. Then, next, when should we meet to go over our strategy?
Second thing in the morning. I want to read your files first thing in the morning.
How does 11:30 in your office sound?
It's fine. Just don't be late.
I swear.
I'm sorry. Oh, Bo, please let me explain.
Okay, I'm listening.
I know you are. I don't know what I'm supposed to say first.
Isn't it funny, though? You never have trouble with an opening statement when you're in there.
Oh, Bo, please. I don't know when you're joking or if you're angry or I just really want you to understand. I don't want to take this case. I have to take it. No, you let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
When I went before the State Disciplinary Committee when I caused the mistrial over Marty's rape, I was sure they were going to disbar me. Well, you were there. You saw how scared I was. The law is in my blood, Bo. I was a hair's breadth away from being disbarred.
Yeah, but you weren't.
No. The committee gave me a break, a suspension. But they told me if I ever messed up again, I might be disbarred.
So you are going to represent Dorian?
There is no way that I can avoid it if I ever want to practice law, Bo, and I do.
What's up?
Well, I just checked my messages, and if I don't miss my guess, Nora won't be stuck with Dorian for long.
Why not?
Because this just might be an open and shut case.
Oh, that's beautiful. Who was it that you spoke with?
Our ace in the hole, Ethel Crawford. Looks like our little nurse is coming to town tomorrow.
Beautiful. She is going to testify that she saw Dorian kill Victor Lord, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. And when she does, Dorian's defense is going to unravel like a $4 sweater.
Okay, this is the greatest. You know, I can already hear that jury foreman say the word guilty.
Thank you.
Excuse me. You're finished, Dorian.
What did you say?
You heard me. You are finished. You are through. The game is over.
Get some fresh air. You're babbling.
I honestly don't know whether Nora being assigned to your case was a twist of fate or a twist that you provided. And I honestly don't care.
Come now. It means nothing at all to you that one of the most effective defense attorneys in this country is going to be working for me?
I feel sorry for Nora. She has to deal with you, but that's all. Beyond that, it doesn't bother me. Because you see, Dorian, no matter who your lawyer is or no matter how much money you throw into this case, you will get what is coming to you very soon in this very building.
Save it for those insufferable editorials you put in the banner.
You're a murderer. You killed my father, and that is a fact that you have been running away from for 18 years. Well, you can't outrun your past. Not even someone as pathetically desperate as you.
Not with Nora Gannon as my attorney. Not with Nora Gannon as my attorney. Okay, counselor. I'm ready. Oh, good. I see that you're up to speed with my former lawyer's files. All right. Tell me, what can you do for me that he couldn't? Can you get these ridiculous murder charges dropped so I can get on with my life?
Well, I could certainly tell you that, but I'd be lying.
What are you saying? Have you read Chet's notes?
Oh, yes, every word.
And what's the answer?
Well, there's more questions than there are answers, starting with relationship you had with a certain nurse named Ethel Crawford. You remember her, don't you, Dorian? She's the one that says she saw you murder Victor Lord.
Ethel Crawford is a greedy, grasping... Do you know why she took the job as Victor's private duty nurse?
So she could be closer to you?
Victor was the richest man in town. It's really quite obvious. She was hoping that she would be remembered in his will.
Unlike his wife.
When the will was read, and she wasn't compensated the way she hoped she would be, she took her revenge out on Victor's widow.
All right, so you're telling me that Ethel Crawford felt cheated by your late husband, so she decided to blackmail you.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I'm not proud of it. But I was frightened, and I began to pay her off.
How is it possible to blackmail someone without ammunition? What was it, Dorian? What was it that Ethel Crawford knew that had you so afraid of her?
Dorian wanted to be alone with Victor.
Yes, she insisted. It was time for his medication. She said she would give it to him, so I left her alone with him and I went into the living room. All of a sudden, I heard all this screaming.
Who was screaming?
She was, Dorian. She came running out of the room, calling for help, saying that Victor Lord had had another stroke, if you can believe that.
Well, what's not to believe? I mean, Victor had already had one stroke.
Trust me, it was highly unlikely, to put it mildly. No, I think she got him so upset that something happened to him and then she withheld the medication.
Yeah, but you weren't in the room, so you can't prove that Dorian caused it to happen.
The next day, after Mr. Lord had been transferred to a private room, I went into the bathroom to wash my hands. Mr. Lord had a thing about cleanliness, and I was just about to come out when I saw...
What was it you saw?
Don't stop now, Miss Crawford. You had just washed your hands, you were about to step out of the bathroom, and then you saw...
Dorian.
Where was she?
Beside his bed. She had something in her hand.
Was she trying to give him some medication, or...?
It was a pillow. It was one of his bed pillows. She laid it over his face, and then she pressed down harder and harder. God, it seemed to go on forever. And I saw his good head come up and try and grab it away from her, and then it just thrashed in the air like a drowning man. And then it just fell limp by its side. God help the man. She squeezed the life right out of him.
You said it went on forever. Why didn't you try to stop her?
I said it seemed to go on forever. In actual fact, it was over in a heartbeat. And I couldn't move. I was scared. When I finally got my feet to move and get me to the side of the bed, Dorian had rushed out of the room. Victor Lord was dead.
You said you were afraid. Afraid to help your own patient? A man you were supposed to care for.
Gentlemen, I had never seen someone murdered before. I could hardly believe it was happening. Besides, if she was willing to kill her own husband in cold blood, who knows what she would have done to me?
Ethel Crawford claims to be an eyewitness, Dorian. Do you deny her version of events?
Categorically. I mean, I was at Victor's bedside, day after day, night after night. I practically made myself sick looking after him until that fateful day when he had another stroke right in front of my eyes.
Well, what did you do?
I did what any physician would do. I tried to revive him.
You didn't run for help, get a nurse, a doctor?
I am a doctor. When I realized that he needed more attention, yes, I ran for help. Does Ethel say that in her deposition? No. The mere fact that I was with him in the room when he was stricken is proof enough for her.
Dorian, why would Ethel Crawford accuse you of something you didn't do?
Because, Nora, it's her stock in trade. She threatened to go to the police with what she said she saw if I didn't meet her terms. All right. I was young, I was vulnerable. I I met her terms. I paid her.
I had to have something to hold over her head, something to protect me.
Yeah, and to make a tidy little profit in the meantime.
I'm not proud of that. Maybe it's wrong, but it's done.
Yeah, well, no maybes about that, ma'am.
You said you would not press charges on blackmailing.
Look, we have a deal, and I'll stick to it, but I'll tell you.
Good. There is a train that's leaving for Charlottesville at 3 o'clock. I would like to be on it.
Well, no, what's your rush? Dorian can't get to you now.
Don't ever underestimate her, Mr. Buchanan. Her husband did. Look what happened to him.
Nora, have you ever been scared? I mean, truly terrified?
I've been there.
All right, then imagine my emotional state, my utter devastation. My husband was dead. I mean, we didn't have a storybook marriage, but it was a marriage. I mean, we truly cared deeply for each other.
Valentine's Day has come and gone, Dorian. The facts.
The fact is, I was alone. With Victor gone, I was at the mercy of his family, who all hated me, most especially, though, his dear precious daughter, Victoria.
You're afraid of Viki Buchanan?
Oh, I know. To you and to the rest of this town, she's a saint. But she has always despised me because I stole Daddy's heart. So she was primed and ready to believe that I killed the man.
And so instead of establishing your innocence once and for all, you further implicated yourself by buying off Victor's nurse.
I thought
a jury would laugh you right out of the room on your way to Statesville Prison.
It's the truth.
Tell me how you're going to explain to a jury of 12 men and women, all good and true, how Ethel Crawford slipped into a diabetic coma right after your visit.
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't do it. You never do. Yet we got one dead husband and one almost dead blackmailer. Now how's that going to look to a jury?
Ethel Crawford is a sick woman. She had an insulin overdose. She went into a coma. It happens all the time.
Of course it happens, Dorian, especially when you're around.
When I left her, she was as healthy and greedy as ever.
All right, if you didn't go to visit Ethel Crawford to kill her, then why did you go see her? And don't tell me it was to pay her off, because you'd been doing that by mail for some years now.
I was desperate. Sloan and Viki were opening my mail, tapping my phone, going through my garbage, anything they could to find a story that didn't exist.
But Ethel Crawford did exist.
And I had to make sure that she wouldn't feed their appetite for revenge by telling them what they wanted to hear.
So you gave her an overdose?
No. I went there to talk to her, to reason with her. I even begged her. And then I left. Anything that happened to her after that, I didn't have anything to do with it.
So why is she suddenly cooperating with the police?
I don't know.
Oh, you better know, because the jury's going to want to know. They want answers, Dorian, lots of answers. And if you can't provide them with those answers...
What are you saying? Nora, do you want me to plead guilty?
Yes.
I'm innocent. And I intend...
Think it over, Dorian, and get back to me. And now, if you don't mind, I have other clients.
You can take the bags out to the taxi. Tell the driver I'll be right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Ethel, don't get agitated. You haven't been well lately, and we wouldn't want anything to happen to you. deal. Remember? I was going to give you $1 million. You were going to go to Europe. Which part of that didn't you understand?
If you take one step close to Dorian, I swear I'll scream.
No, you won't. You're not going to scream. You're not going to make another sound. And you're not going anywhere. What are you doing in Landview anyway? Did you come to drive the final nail in my coffin?
Your coffin? Dorian, look, I didn't bring charges against you for what happened in Charlottesville.
Well, of course you didn't.
No, so just leave me alone. I just want to go home and forget this whole nightmare.
Oh, poor Ethel. You've been having nightmares while you were taking my money and making my life a living hell?
Dorian!
What's happened? Has your brain finally gone so soft? How could you forget? We had a deal.
Well, I know we had a deal.
I was going to give you $1 million. You were going to go to Europe. Why did you suddenly turn on me like this?
Please, Dorian, you've got to let me out of here.
No. The only one around here who has to do anything is you. Ethel, what happened? Why did you suddenly cave into the DA?
They threatened perjury charges.
So what? They can't prove perjury because you and I are the only ones who know the truth. So tell me what really happened. Why did you suddenly decide to accuse me of killing Victor Lord?
Didn't it ever occur to you that it might be because you tried to kill me, too?
What?
I don't just think you tried to kill me, Dorian. I know you did. For God's sake, you come, you threaten me, you leave, and I go into a coma. I don't have to understand quantum physics to understand what you did to me.
If you really believed that was what happened, you would have told the Charlottesville police.
You really do think I'm stupid.
Oh, no, that thought never entered my mind. Oh, if you were stupid, my life would be a bed of roses.
Oh, it isn't. Look, I know it's only my word against yours. I can't prove what you did to me. But we both know the truth, don't we?
Oh, believe whatever you want to, Ethel. I don't care. But I am telling you, you are not going to get away with this outrageous accusation.
I just finished telling you I don't intend to press charges.
I'm not talking about what happened in Charlottesville. I'm talking about this accusation that I killed Victor Lord. Well, it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick, and I will tell you why. Because you are going to change your testimony. You go to the police. You tell them that you made a mistake. You tell them that you didn't see me kill Victor Lord.
You really must be crazy. How can I possibly change my statement now?
Oh, it's very simple. You say, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'm an old lady and I was very confused.
I'm not confused.
Ethel, you had just come out of a coma. You weren't thinking clearly, and that is what made you make those false accusations.
Dorian, why don't you just drown me and get this all over with?
Ethel, if you're willing to change your testimony, I am willing to go back to our original agreement. I will give you the $1 million. You will go off to Europe. We'll both live happily ever after, content in the knowledge that none of this will ever bother us again.
You really think it's that simple? It's too late, Dorian. It's gone beyond you and me.
What are you talking about?
They have another witness.
What?
From the night of Victor Lord's death. They have another witness who can give the police much more evidence. So you just leave me alone.
Ethel, wait. A new witness? New evidence? I demand complete integrity and honesty from my attorneys.
All right, you
now,
just
if
stop
you're
right
not
there. Stop right there. Are you questioning my ethics?
I am questioning...
Are you questioning my ethics? Because let me tell you a thing or two about how I do business. I would no more betray a client's confidence any more than I would betray a confidence of Beau's. I know how to separate my professional life from my personal life. Do you? Do you? I also managed to be married to the district attorney for years, remember? Furthermore, I will not hang around and be harangued by you about honesty and loyalty from me.
Fine. You're obviously out of control. Oh, dear. The fact is, Nora, that you were so busy making it with the top cop that you indeed were ignoring your duties as my attorney.
I'm right on top of things, so to speak.
Is that so? Then how is it that you've overlooked the fact that there is a new witness? That new evidence has just surfaced in my case. Oh. You didn't know a thing about them, did you?
Dorian, there will always be new witnesses. There will always be new bits of evidence. It's an ongoing investigation. Get used to it.
You don't even know.
I will know soon enough. That is what the discovery process is all about. But I have a bigger problem than whatever the latest bit of new damning evidence is.
And what's that?
I don't have any idea how to come up with any defense for you. Because the more I look at it, the more you look guilty as hell.
Well, that's a fine thing coming from my own attorney.
If you don't like the way I'm representing you, fire me. Please, 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 please.
No, I'm not going to fire you. And I'll tell you why. Because I know you.
Well, that's pretty presumptuous.
I know you well enough to know that you're going to win this case for me. For 3 good reasons. 1, you're smart. 2, you're tough. And 3, you're not going to be able to stop yourself.
I hope you understand, Dr. Blake. The most important thing here is for us to find out if there were any significant facts about Victor Lord's death that may have been omitted from the autopsy report.
It was so long ago, 18 years.
Yeah, that's okay. Take your time. Just let your mind drift back. Just think. Could you have left out anything?
Look, Blake, I don't care. I don't care if you have to turn that little pea brain of yours inside out. If you remember anything.
There is something that was left out. Actually, it's something very important. Always this thought needling the back of my head. A nagging feeling that I botched that report. For 18 years, I've never forgiven myself.
For what? What did you do?
More like what I didn't do. I didn't follow through on a feeling I had. A feeling that Victor Lord didn't die of natural causes.
What do you mean you had a feeling Victor Lord didn't die of natural causes? You didn't write one word about that here in your coroner's report.
Things got kind of messed up about that time. Mary, my wife, Mary died. I tell you, I went into a real tailspin. We were like 2 peas in a pod.
That's okay, Doctor. It's okay. Nobody's blaming you. Sit down, please.
Just telling you so you understand why I didn't file a complete report. Oh, I did the usual exam on Victor Lord. Man was in a terrible way. Wonder if he ever lived as long as he did.
Had cirrhosis of the liver, a couple of previous strokes. Of course, there was massive damage to his heart. There was also latent syphilis.
Yeah, well, we know that. We've got that in this report.
But I didn't put down about his nose being all red and swollen. At first, I thought, given everything else wrong with him, I thought maybe he was a coke freak, too. You know, you get a body where everything in God's name has been done to it, one way or the other.
So was he?
No. Wasn't cocaine. I figured out later what it was, but by then I'd already turned in my report. So I wrote it all down here in my personal files right here.
Well, Doc, we're going to have to take a look at that.
No argument. I'd be glad to get it over with, have it all out in the open. I'm sure you'll find it very interesting.
I thought we'd set all the ground rules, Dorian, but obviously you weren't listening well enough. Number 1, don't interfere. Number 2, never try to push me around. If you want to win this case...
Oh, but I do.
Butt out! And in case you may have forgotten, all those cases that I won before, I didn't have any help from you.
Fine. I now know my place. I am a humble client. Just tell me what you want me to do.
Plead guilty.
No. What's the sense of having you as my lawyer if I'm going to walk in the courtroom and say I'm guilty when I am not?
Fine. I'll tell Lisa who to do is ask. All right.
Hello?
Cassie. Hi, it's Nora Gannon. I was wondering if you could come down to see me. I have something important I want to talk to you about.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I could. When would you like to see me?
Right now would be great. I have something delicate that we need to discuss. Which is why I've asked you to come here today. I'm looking for character references, and I'd really like to put you on the stand.
Why are you asking me?
Cassie, I can't find one character witness for your mother. I mean, let's be real here. Hank Gannon would not possibly prosecute this case that had been buried for 18 years unless he was positive he could win it.
Do you know what evidence he has?
Not yet. That'll be turned over to me later.
But then, you know, even if he has this evidence, whatever it is, then a jury still has to decide.
Oh, yeah, right. But where am I going to find a jury, Cassie? Where am I going to find 12 men and women who haven't already convicted your mother as soon as they heard her name?
What do you want me to do?
I want you to endorse your mother. I want to put you on the stand. The clergyman's wife, the respected, good, kind woman who loves her mother. Cassie, flawed as she is, there must be some part of you that still loves her or at least wants to help her.
Don't do this. Don't tell me that the whole world hates my mother. It hurts.
I'm sorry.
Yes, deep down inside, yes. I do love her.
Then you'll help her?
Don't lie, Mother. Did you kill Victor Lord?
I've done a lot of terrible things in my life.
But I love life. I love life so much that I couldn't possibly take another life. Cassie, you believe me? I mean, don't you hear me? Honey? I'm sorry. I can't. I can't defend her.
I know you've had a tough time of things recently.
No, it's not that. The nightmare is over, and Andrew and I, we're trying to have a baby. You know, and it won't work if my life is taken over by my mother's. Just want Andrew and a child. A simple life. And I have to keep myself together, and whenever I have anything to do with my mother, it goes the other way. So, good luck with all this. Do the very best you can for her. But I can't. Mother, I'm sorry.
Dorian, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
I didn't know you were coming back.
I said I'm fine. The reason that I came back is because I thought of another character witness. That is what you need, what we need.
Yes, we do.
It's my housekeeper, Carlota Fernandez. Now, she's worked for me for several years. She's very loyal to me as I am to her.
Thank you.
It's her name, her address. So now you see why I can't plead guilty. If I ever expect to get my daughter back, I've got to be proven innocent.
Dorian, it's not that simple.
Nora, think. What if it were your daughter? If Rachel turned her back on you, how would you feel? I'm not the easiest person in the world. But I mean it. Please help me. Make me innocent, Nora. For Cassie's sake, please.
So what do we have, Hank?
Well, the doctor says that Victor had a gashed cheek, maybe a broken nose, and that he could have been suffocated.
I think there's only one way to prove if that's true or not.
Now, what are you thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I'm going against my better judgment. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't think it's possible for me to do it, but okay. We'll plead not guilty.
Thank you.
But that means we have to provide a very strong defense. And I don't know anything about this. This is not going to be
Nora.
easy at all. No, I'm not finished. You're going to stay out of my way. You're not going to tell me what to do, but you are going to tell me the truth or no deal.
Fine, deal.
Yes, Joe. Line 1, okay. Bo? Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. This is a business call.
Well, I sure wouldn't expect any other kind.
It's not a very pleasant business call. Is Dorian still there?
Right here.
Could you give her a message, please?
Better yet, when I put her on the speakerphone. Yeah. Dorian? Go ahead, Bo.
Dorian, as required by law, Hank and I have to notify you because you're next of kin. We are planning to exhume the body of Victor Lord.
Hank, slow down, will you?
Bo, we don't have any time to lose. We've got to get Judge Fitzwater's signature tonight.
Why?
Listen, if we give Nora another day, she will block any move to exhume Victor's body.
Yeah, but she hasn't so far, has she?
Oh, trust me, she will. And Dorian will see to that. She figures that we're about to prove that she smothered her husband in his hospital bed. And she will do anything to stop us. And I mean anything.
Here, my secretary just called the DA's office only to find out that Hank and Bo are on their way to the courthouse if they're not there already.
So you mean it's over?
They're going to get some friendly judge to grant them permission to dig up poor Victor's body. Nora, you've got to do something to stop them.
Wait a minute. They don't have the court order yet.
So you know some way to stop them?
No, Dorian. Delay. Remember, that's the best I can do.
Well, then it's what I'll have to settle for. At least it will give me time.
Right, to get over the shock. Fine. In the meantime, we gotta get down to the courthouse right now, or else Hank and Bo are going to dig up poor Victor. Whether you want them to or not.
Yes.
Hey, move it. Come on.
The kids? I mean, Jessica just must love it there in Rome with you and Joey, huh?
Bo, the kids are fine. But, you know, they're asleep. It's the middle of the night here. You didn't call here to ask about our sightseeing. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just, well, there is something important. I don't even know how to say it to you, Viki.
Just tell me. You're scaring me now.
I'm at the courthouse right now with Hank Gannon, and we think we may be close to getting the physical evidence that could seal the case against Dorian.
Well, that's good news, isn't it?
Well, Viki, in order to obtain this evidence, we need to reopen your father's crypt. We need to exhume his body. Viki, are you there?
Yeah, I never considered that. Is that really what you have to do?
We talked to the coroner that did the autopsy 18 years ago, and he admitted that his report at the time was sloppy, it was incomplete, and there were indications...
Indications of what?
If we can get a forensic expert to take another look at your father's body, we could find the evidence. We think that he died of suffocation.
Oh, dear God.
Viki, I'm sorry to have to tell you like this.
No, it's all right. I wanted to know. Suffocation. Are you serious? You mean that my father was lying in that hospital bed all weak and helpless, and Dorian just decided that she...
But we have to be able to prove it. And this is the only way.
Well, you go right ahead and you do it. The last thing on earth I would want to do is disturb my father's final resting place. But I truthfully don't think he will find any rest until his murderer is brought to justice.
Oh, look, Judge Fitzwater just walked in.
Viki, the judge is ready for us now.
You go ahead. Do whatever you have to do.
What about next of kin?
That's unusual, Your Honor, since the accused is the widow of the victim, but we have notified Dorian Lord.
And I've contacted Victor Lord's daughter, Victoria Buchanan, and she has no objections, Your Honor.
Oh, but I do.
And I thought this was going to be a quiet night.
Your Honor, before you make any decisions...
Take a number, Miss Gannon. As I understand it, the DA has followed the letter of the law. He has even done your client and Mr. Lord's daughter the courtesy of informing them of his intentions.
Courtesy? To dig up poor Victor?
Poor Victor? Poor Victor would be doing double backflips in his grave right now if he knew you were getting away with murder.
Your Honor, are you going to let him get away with talking to me like that?
Everybody quiet. I see no further cause for delay. Mr. Gannon, your request, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Stop! Dorian Lord is the next of kin. As Victor Lord's widow, it is her right and hers alone to approve this violation.
Exhumation. Your Honor, as I've already pointed out, Dorian Lord has been charged with the murder of Victor Lord.
Charged, not convicted.
Dorian, please.
I don't need Miss Lord to remind me of the presumption of innocence. And as district attorney, I must insist that her so-called rights do not supersede the right of the court to learn the truth.
So noted. The court has an overriding need to know all the facts in this case. And if those facts happen to be buried, then The only choice is to dig them up.
Well, there may not appear to be a choice in this rush to judgment that these two gentlemen have engineered in the dark of night. But we believe a brief postponement of a week, at least, will give us a fair chance to present our position.
Your Honor, this has nothing to do with fairness. It's a flagrant attempt to block an investigation.
With all due respect, Your Honor, it was you who warned me to give my best to my client. I'm merely following your instructions.
You gotta admit, she is good.
All we ask is a fair hearing, Your Honor. And given your passion for impartiality, I don't think that's too much to ask, do you?
The court must acknowledge Ms. Gannon's legitimate complaint that this hearing was rushed.
Your Honor, we moved as swiftly as the law allows, with all deliberate speed. Isn't that how it goes?
It goes the way I say it goes in my courtroom. I'm sorry, Mr. Gannon. I am all for deliberate speed. But I am also all for the chance to give counsel an opportunity to prepare and respond. Therefore, I am granting Ms. Gannon and her client a full hearing.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. A week should really make a difference.
Who said anything about a week?
Well, you did. You just...
No. 1 day. The hearing will begin tomorrow at 3 p.m. sharp. Until then, go home. That's where I'm going.
Well, Counselor, you haven't lost a step.
Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor, but I've got somebody who keeps me on my toes.
Nora, thank you so much. I mean, you played that judge like a Stradivarius, using her own words to get her to see things our way. Brilliant.
Dorian, don't get your hopes up. The only thing your lawyer did was buy you 24 hours. That exhumation will happen. You can bank on it.
No wonder you divorced that man. He seems to thrive on other people's misery.
Hank's a very good lawyer, so be prepared to have a lot of misery. I can't block that exhumation forever.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Not with you as my champion.
Oh, Dorian, suddenly I feel like a Stradivarius.
Oh, dear, look at the time. I must run. Thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Sharp. Nathan, how good to see you.
Dorian, what a nice surprise.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Fine, considering. Can we talk?
Well, you've come at a particularly bad time. Dorian, I have a hearing in less than 15 minutes, and I haven't even looked at the notes. Could we do it later?
You haven't looked at the notes?
No.
Actually, that hearing is the reason that I'm here.
It is?
Yes. Nathan, I'm involved in that case. And I need to ask a favor of an old friend. Specifically, I need to ask a favor of you.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Now, I'm certain, with you sitting on the bench, poor Victor's remains won't have to be disturbed. So what I'm asking is that you deny the district attorney's request to exhume Victor's body.
Dorian, you're trying to influence a judge.
No, I'm not. I'm asking a favor of an old friend.
It is unethical. It is illegal, Dorian. I must ask you to leave my chambers. Right now.
I thought we were friends.
I'm giving you a chance, Dorian. If you leave now, I will forget that you ever broached this subject to me.
I don't think so.
Then I'll have the guard come and arrest you, and you'll be charged with obstructing a homicide investigation.
I don't think so. You will rule as I have asked you to.
Asked?
Or
what, Dorian? I don't wish to discuss this further.
Am I to conclude from your attitude that your daughter is no longer the most important person in your life? I helped you manage a pretty effective cover-up 3 years ago when your daughter was busted for drug possession. And the intruder was very generous in not printing the story.
Dorian, why are you bringing Ellen's name up at a time like this?
Because I just think it would be unbearably sad after all the hard work that she's done. Going into rehab, pulling her life together. If this whole thing were to blow up in her face.
That is too cruel, even for you.
Didn't I read that she's about to marry into one of those Philadelphia mainline families? Do you think they'll understand about her dark past? I don't think so.
You leave my daughter out of this.
Listen up. This is a no-holds-barred situation. Too much is at stake. My freedom, my daughter. I will do anything to destroy the case against me.
How could it even occur to you to ruin an innocent person's life just to get yourself out of trouble?
Block the exhumation of Victor's body, or I will make you as miserable as I am.
So very nice of you to join us.
I got here, didn't I?
Barely. The hearing is just about to start.
Nora, don't let the pressure get to you. It's not good for the complexion.
You're awfully calm.
Never let them see you sweat. That's my motto. As a matter of fact, why don't you ask Bo? I'm sure he would give you the same advice. Oh, no, you're not allowed to ask your, whatever he is for advice, are you?
All rise. Oyez, oyez. The Court of Common Pleas for the City of Llanview, Lantano County is now in session. Judge Nathan Caruso presided.
Please be seated. Court is ready to hear arguments in the matter of the Commonwealth's petition to exhume the body of Victor Lord.
Victor Lord has been resting peacefully for the past 18 years. And his widow, Dorian Lord, who saw him through the long illness that eventually ended up taking his life, despite the prosecution's absurd charges to the contrary, had found comfort, at least, in the idea that Victor had been laid to rest at last. Your Honor, I don't need to point out to you that the Commonwealth, well, in fact, every state in these United States, does not take lightly the idea of disturbing the dead. Yet now, simply because an elderly and perhaps easily influenced medical examiner has conveniently recalled omitting certain details in his original autopsy report, Your Honor, is that adequate cause to bring down on the widow of Victor Lord the suffering and torment that exhuming his body would naturally cause? I implore the court to consider carefully the timing of this matter. If indeed Mr. Blake did note a broken nose on the deceased, and if indeed he found that cause for suspicion as to the cause of death, I think we can presume that he would raise that issue then, rather than raising the dead nearly 2 decades later.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I just cannot stand the thought of Victor's body being disturbed again. I mean, to do a second autopsy would only defile his body even more. I mean, can you possibly approve more damage?
All right, that's quite enough. Counselor, do you have anything further?
No. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counselor. All right, I've listened carefully to both sides in this matter, and I've reached a decision. I've weighed the arguments of both counsels in this case, and from where I sit, there can be only one conclusion. This is, after all, a homicide case, and therefore it is the court's opinion that the body must be exhumed and an autopsy performed. I will ask the Commonwealth to proceed swiftly and efficiently. The exhumation will take place tomorrow morning. It is vividly clear to this court that the details, the true details of Victor Lord's death must be made known, no matter what the cost. This hearing is adjourned.
All rise.
A broken nose would go a long way to corroborate Ethel Crawford's story about you murdering Victor Lord.
She's a stupid, sick woman.
Dorian, when they unearth your late husband tomorrow and perform a second autopsy, are they going to find a broken nose?
No!
No. They aren't going to find anything.
They're right about this, aren't they? You did it. You actually killed Victor Lord.
How dare you break in here, deliberately eavesdrop on me, sneak up behind me?
I didn't break in, Dorian. I was let in.
By whom?
By Carlotta. I've been here almost an hour.
Really?
Yes.
Carlotta?
Dorian, she's gone shopping. Would you calm down? Tell me, what happened at the courtroom? I came here to help you celebrate.
What?
Well, you said that you knew the judge. I figured you had a triumph here. No opening up the mausoleum?
No, there was no triumph, so don't offer me your shoulder to cry on, okay? I haven't got time to cry, haven't got time to chat, I haven't got time for you, Blair. Go find yourself a little dog to kick.
Well, you're certainly in rare form.
I know it's in here somewhere.
What? What are you looking for?
Nothing.
Dorian, you're scared to death. What is wrong? What is it? Look
Nothing.
at me, Dorian.
Would you please just leave?
So what's the big deal? So what if they exhume the body? What could they possibly find? It's been almost 20. What are you doing?
Oh, wait. Of course. It's not in here at all.
Unless, of course, it's all true, Dorian. That they do an autopsy on his body and find out that everything that Nurse Crawford is saying is true. There it is. What's that?
Nothing.
What is it, Dorian?
It's nothing.
This is a key. Let me look at it. Oh, maybe does this go to a safe deposit box somewhere secret? Are you going to take out all the contents and head off to Brazil?
No. Because it's too late for anything as simple as that. Would you get out of my way? I still have time.
For what?
Stop badgering me!
No! Whatever you're up to, Dorian, whatever it is, don't do something that you're going to end up regretting.
Finished?
Think, Dorian, they are watching you. Don't do something stupid. Don't do the wrong thing.
It's not a question
of doing the right or the wrong thing. And it never has been. It's simply a matter of doing what has to be done. Now, will you please leave?
Dorian is up to something, Nora. Up to something I think she's going to regret.
Since I've been here. You were always somebody who understood that some things just have to be done. So dear Victor, forgive me for this.
What in God's name are you doing here?
Viki, you scared the life out of me. I thought you were in Italy.
I was.
Well, what are you doing here now?
Bo called me. He told me my father's body was going to be exhumed tomorrow. So I thought I'd come by and visit before it happened. Why don't you tell me what you are doing here?
Obviously, the same thing that you're doing here. I know that it's very hard for you to believe that I cared very much for your father, but I did. And I think what they are about to do to his body is absolutely unforgivable. But there was nothing that I could do to stop it. So I decided to come here and pay my respects. I'm sure that you want to have some time with him alone, so I'll just excuse myself.
No, you're going to stay right here.
I beg your pardon.
The lid to my father's sarcophagus is open. Why don't you tell me how that happened?
Nonsense. Oh my God. It is. It's open. Vandals must have been here.
I don't think so, Dorian. You and I have the only keys, and the lock on the door isn't broken.
Well, I have no idea, any more than you do, how it happened.
Really?
Of course not.
I think you do.
Excuse me. Viki. Viki, get out of my way. I'm going to leave, and as soon as possible, I'll report the case to the police. Pardon me. What do you do? What do you do? Viki! What do you think you're doing?
You are not going anywhere. Not until I find out just exactly what you have been doing down here.
Oh, Dorian, please don't be doing what I think you're doing. Please.
Viki, why don't we just open that door? You know I can't be in an enclosed place.
You answer my question.
What question? Oh, right. I told you. I think vandals were in here.
Yeah, well, there is no sign of forced entry, is there? And you and I have the only keys, so try again.
What is the matter with you? I mean, do you honestly think, do I look strong enough to lift a heavy marble lid like this? God's sake! You know that I'm claustrophobic. I can't be in an enclosed room. What the hell is my key?
Answers, Dorian.
What answers? Stop it! I'm having a full-scale panic attack. I've got to get out of here. Where is the key?
What is this? This looks very much like it came from the back of someone's car. Is it your car, perhaps? Is this what you used to pry the lid off the sarcophagus?
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. But I've got my key.
What is this?
God.
The bag that you brought it in, perhaps? What is in here? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't believe it. That's lie.
What?
That is caustic lie. You were going to destroy my father's remains. How could you do something so unspeakably vile?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You were going to destroy my father's remains so that when they opened the coffin tomorrow morning, there would be nothing there.
Oh, please.
And then they couldn't do an autopsy, could they?
Viki, you know, I think you have finally lost your mind.
No,
I mean, really
that is exactly what you were going to do, isn't it? Admit it. Those are your things, aren't they, Dorian? Aren't they?
Would you stop? I really am sick to death of you. Really. First you interrupt my visit with Victor. Now you accuse me of more crimes that I've committed. No, excuse me. Oh, this one I was only planning to commit.
You are so desperate. You are so guilty. You knew that you had to destroy his remains. You are a sick, pathetic excuse for a human being.
Fine. Goodbye.
No, you're not going anywhere. You are a monster. You killed my father. You are a monster.
Stop it.
I will not. How dare you? How dare you? You monster. You monster, Dorian. How dare you? Oh, no, you don't. I will get you. You will admit to it. You will admit it. This is yours, and that is exactly what you were going to do, isn't it? Isn't it?
No!
You are not going to get away with this.
You desperate witch!
I swear to you, I will see to it that you are punished for this!
Think just because you
murdered my father! And you're trying to destroy the evidence! Stop it! Stop it! Viki, stop! Stop it!
Nora!
Dorian, no!
What do you mean? She... I can't stand her! I hate her!
She came here to destroy my father's remains!
Listen to
so
her!
that there could be no autopsy!
Insane, and she ought to be committed!
If you don't believe me, Nora, you take a look in this little black bag of hers!
Oh, it's ridiculous.
What's going on?
It's not mine.
Call the police!
I saw the light!
What is it? There has been a crime committed here. A crime committed by this
She
woman!
wants more publicity, more... No, there isn't a shred of
Dorian,
evidence
be quiet.
against me.
Dorian, be
No!
Not one more word. Not one more word, and I mean it.
But
no!
Viki, if you think a felony has been committed here, then you should call the police. But I must advise my client to come with me. We need to talk.
Yes, we do. We should talk about a lawsuit against
Dorian! Mom.
Don't even think about it! This is staying here as evidence for the police.
Oh. Fine. Come on, Dorian.
Boy, you have crossed the line this time. You have crossed the line, Dorian. You really have. And it's going to prove to the jury just how guilty you are.
Dorian, come on. Now! Now!
You really want me to call the policeman? Huh?
No. I want you to call this number, and I want you to ask for Bo Buchanan. And you tell him what happened.
Well, what about the police?
He's the commissioner of police. He will know what to do. Go on. I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to see to it that no one moves in here, that no one comes in here and disturbs anything until the police arrive.
Miss Ginny.
My goodness, we weren't exactly the perfect family, were we? But then who is, right? Poor mother. She died so young. And Mary. She did too. And that left us all alone, Father, just you and me. Just us. Gracious, we had some terrible times, didn't we? Remember all the battles we had over Joe? And yet through all of this, Father, I could never, ever imagine my life without you. You were my father. And you were always so strong and so commanding. And then Dorian came along. And she took you away. And then she killed you. She murdered you, Father. You lay there helpless in your bed. And she took away your life. That's why I'm doing this, Father. Because I have to see that justice is done. I know it won't bring you back. But at least I know that I would have done the right thing by you. I know all about you now. I know all about your dark side and your secret life. But I love you anyway. I always have. And I always will. And I miss you. Oh, Father, after all these years, I still miss you so much. And when I got here, she had already started to pry the lid off the sarcophagus.
Did you see her moving this?
No, I didn't. But, Bo, come on. She was hunched over it like some sort of disgusting ghoul. I can't tell you, I got so angry when I saw that. Do you know if I hadn't arrived when I did, she was going to pour lye on my father's remains. She is so evil. She is so evil.
And it's over. It's over. And you stopped her.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, boy, you think I'm bad now. You should have been here before when Dorian was here. I totally lost it. I was totally, completely out of control. We had a fight.
Like a fist fight?
Yeah.
Did you just go pop her one?
No, I probably should have, but I didn't. I pushed her around and pulled her hair a bit.
You didn't.
I did. I'm not kidding. I did.
God, no, I would have loved to have seen that.
I too.
Yeah, we were really into it when Nora got here.
So Nora got Dorian out of here right away?
Yes, she did, but I did not let her take the black bag with her.
Good, that's good. She didn't get the coffin open, so we're going to be able to go ahead with the autopsy just like we planned. And until the coroner gets here tomorrow, I'm going to keep a guard posted right in here all the time.
Thanks, Bo.
No, thank you, Viki. I'm so sorry.
I know. Thank you.
Okay. Could you excuse me just a second?
Surely.
You'll feel better when I get you back to Landfair.
No, I felt better the minute you walked through the door.
Thank goodness you showed up when you did.
Sloan, she will do anything to keep from being convicted. We can't let her do it. She murdered my father. She has to pay.
And she attacked me. I mean, physically attacked me. That's assault, isn't it? Nora, isn't it assault?
I don't know who struck first.
Well, who knows? The point is, she also verbally abused me. I mean, I was devastated.
Any cuts or bruises?
I will no doubt be black and blue in the morning, so you can come over and photograph my body. I mean it. I don't want Viki getting away with this. I mean, do you know what else she
Dorian,
did?
Be quiet.
No,
I said be quiet. You've been stomping around, ranting and raving ever since we got here.
But Viki...
Shut up! Thank you. Now, I know you don't want to hear this, but you're in very deep trouble. Tampering with Victor Lord's body before a scheduled autopsy?
I didn't do anything to the body. I went to my late husband's grave to commune.
For your information, even trying to tamper with evidence is called obstructing justice.
For your information, my fingerprints will not be found on any of the items.
So, you've seen enough old movies that you knew to wear gloves. So what, Dorian? They have so many ways they can trace who bought that can of lye and the wrench and the black bag and everything else that you brought with you. The mere fact that you were found at the mausoleum communing is going to seem a mite suspicious to the judge. Then you add the evidence and you add Viki's testimony.
Viki has
Frankly,
always had it
I don't think the judge will even pause before he rules. Am I getting through to you at all, am I?
Fine, then let him throw another trumped-up charge at me. I mean, what could be worse than a murder charge, right? Let them charge me with whatever they like.
I'm not getting through to you at all, I'm not. Dorian, this is very bad.
Why?
The odds are very good that the judge will revoke your bail.
That's outrageous. That bail is just supposed to stop me from leaving the country.
Or obstructing justice. But it gets worse than that.
How?
They will revoke your bail. And they'll be allowed to add this new charge of tampering with the evidence to the murder charge. Then the jury will hear them both at the same time. They'll be part of the same trial. They'll know all about what happened tonight. And they'll be able to put 2 and 2 together. And they will convict you, Dorian. What you did tonight has ruined any defense you might have had. You are going to be found guilty of murdering your husband.